Welcome to Your Health. I'm your host, Rhonda Alfred. On this episode, we are excited to announce a new milestone to Terrebonne General Medical Center's rich history. TGMC has been a pillar in the community for 30 years, and we're excited to announce that the organization has changed its name to Terrebonne General Health System. With the new change comes new opportunities for expanded care for the region we serve. Tonight, we will showcase the press conference announcing the change, have an interview with President and CEO Phyllis Peoples, and preview a video to get a better understanding on what the name change means to you.
I'm Phyllis Peoples. I'm the CEO here at Terrebonne General. So number one, thank you for coming. We really wanted to take the opportunity to talk to our community leaders and those who have partnered with us over the last many years, but especially over the last year, during some extraordinarily rough times. Many of you may not know that in 1923, Dr. Prentice Parker came to a small community called Houma, and he moved here to take care of patients and open a practice. Well, he recognized real quickly, although you did things door to door, that there was no place if the patients were too sick to just keep an eye on them. Didn't mean you didn't have to travel further to go to New Orleans or somewhere else, but he said, wow, I think we need something else. So he took it upon himself to open, he bought a building on School Street, and he opened a little 12-bed kind of infirmary type of place. And in that, he had hired 3 nurses, 1 cook, a janitor, and a few physicians. Well, unfortunately, the economy got the best of us in that time. It only stayed open for 2 years. And the reason why you don't hear about that legacy or him continuing within our history, because he moved. He moved to Tennessee, where he left our community. But in the 1930s, another physician came, who is a legacy here, Dr. H.L. Haydell. And Dr. H.L. Haydell came here as a family practice doc in the 30s. He took care of a lot of people within our community, and he too recognized there wasn't a place just to keep an eye on patients, kind of like the Doc Hollywood model. So he opened up a couple of beds over there where the building is still today, and he had a few beds that he allowed people in, and he would watch those patients. However, we had 2 cousins that showed up in 1935, Dr. Willard and Dr. Stephen Ellender. And they had a little bit of a bigger vision. And they said, we're going to go ahead and open up a place that's 27 beds, call it a hospital, and it was called Ellender Memorial Hospital. Now, some of you, I'm not trying to age anybody in here at all. I'm not going to look you in the eye, Mr. Fake, at all. But several people did say they were born in that facility, correct? I heard goal. However, he did, and the hospital grew and grew and grew, and it was called Ellender Memorial Hospital. But our community leaders, our community medical and our community, business leaders had a bigger vision than that. And they said, we need something else. So for 15 years, we had Ellender Memorial Hospital, but they felt we needed something more. So in July 1951, the Terrebonne Parish Police Jury entered into a lease agreement with the Sisters of St. Joseph, and they wanted to open something called Terrebonne General Hospital. And in 1954, after they broke ground, Terrebonne General Hospital opened with 76 beds, 20 bassinets, 58 employees, and 16 physicians. Now that grew over the next 15 years. It continued to grow and grow, and it ended up being 110 beds. But in 1979, it grew so much, the Sisters of St. Joseph could no longer manage that. Now I'm very committed to history, and I'm very committed to our legacy here. I've been in this role 18 years. I've been here well over 20, I don't want to tell you how long, but I looked a lot better then. So here we are as we've moved forward, and we named our Ellender Conference Room to make sure we recognize what our forefathers were thinking. We named it Mother Blanche Boardroom to make sure we recognize the Sisters of St. Joseph and all that they gave as we move forward. So as I mentioned, they continued to grow. And the Sisters of St. Joseph in 1979 said, I can no longer manage. It's getting too big and it's out of my expertise. So at that time, they went ahead and formed a hospital service district. And so the hospital service district was formed in 1979. They broke ground, and in 1984, they opened up a 321-bed medical center that had 64 physicians, 700 employees, and 11,000 admissions annually. And the name was changed to Terrebonne General Medical Center, who we are today. Now, in 1985, many people don't realize, although the police jury helped us, informed us, and all that, the parish officials sat down and they sold all the property to Hospital Service District Number 1. And at that time, it wasn't regulated by the parish or taxes or anything, and anything that comes through is through the service district. So here we are now, how many years later? 36 years later, and we've had this same name. But we're so much bigger than that. We do so many more things than what we started doing back in 1984. So, but our vision and our mission is the same as what our forefathers thought of. They had a dream. They continue to make us grow and continue to serve this community, our region, and the people within it. And we haven't minimized that commitment at all. And we're very proud. We're very proud of that. And so as we continue to grow and be innovative, we felt that what we have today doesn't describe who we are or what we do. It describes 4 walls in a building. And because of that, we felt that we needed to make a change. A lot of people don't know how big Terrebonne General is. We're not just a hospital. We have a lot of corporations under us. I'm somebody who likes the ta-dam. So, because we are bigger than that, y'all say 1, 2, 3, ta-dam. 1, 2, 3. We are Terrebonne General Health System. That is who our name will be, that is who we are, and that reflects it. Currently, our logo is TGMC, which doesn't go with Terrebonne General Health System. For those of y'all who can see it, it is 2 intersecting hearts. And that is because, again, what we do every day is to give our hearts and compassion for our patient. It also forms a medical cross, as you can see. It also forms the word T for Terrebonne. And we always want to look at the legacy of who we are and where we came from. And so if you look in the middle, there's a leaf. And that's the bayou oaks that have been in the front of this hospital, or the oak trees, for a very long time. So we want to make sure that we recognize all of that. I want to show you a little video that's going to say it a lot better than I can. Rhonda? We're very proud. I think people forget what a community resource we are, but we're a jewel. We're a jewel for not only our community, but we serve very much communities far reaching from here. We bring people in. We do some very high technological things in our cardiovascular arena, along with all of the other specialties that we offer, that I don't know that people recognize how amazing we are and what we have to offer. And so we're excited about where we're headed. You will see our new brand. You will see a new tagline, as you just saw, modern technology with timeless caring. We are always very high tech, but we really, really push, and it is just the foundation of who we are, is giving that style of healing with compassion. We will have new colors. They resemble all that we had before, but it will be the Bayou Blue, the Terrebonne Teal, Caribbean Green that you'll see. We will always be Terrebonne General. It's who we have been since we started. It is who we have been since the 30s, the 40s, as we continued on. It really didn't start that early, but I have to say all those people and their legacy physicians still work here today. We got a group of physicians that have the last name Haydell or Ellender or St. Martin. We have got people who come back, and we're third generation in giving health care here. We're like no other hospital, because you can't say that at other organizations. When people come from the outside or from different places and they say, what makes you special? I said, we're a legacy organization. People do go away. They don't stay here because they have to. They come here because they want to. And we're very proud of that, and we honor it, and we hold it. And they serve the people we know and care about. I appreciate all you did, and we appreciate the legacy our forefathers started. We will not let you down to carry it further. Thank you so much.
So Phyllis, big surprise today. It didn't just happen today. How long in the planning has this been, and what was the catalyst for it?
Well, as we continue to grow and we continue to model ourselves as we're moving forward, we are a resource, a gem of a resource. And we continue to have services that are far-reaching our community. And as we recognize all the technology and all the infrastructure and all the different businesses and companies that we support under our corporation, under Hospital Service District, we recognize the need to show who we are. And we are so much bigger as a medical center or than a medical center to represent a health system.
How difficult a process was this? Because letterhead, mailers, badges, the logo, commercials, billboard, it's a long process.
It will be a process, but we have an amazing team of people who have already identified all of those things that we have to go through.
This is a very exciting new era. Terrebonne General Health System is proud to be a pivotal member of our community, and we cannot wait to see all the new things in store while delivering exceptional health care with compassion. I'd like to thank all of the key stakeholders who made this change happen. It took a lot of hard work and dedication to get us where we are today. I'd also like to thank Phyllis Peoples for taking the time to join us today. It's always interesting to get an inside look at what's happening, and we appreciate all that she does. I'm your host, Rhonda Alfred. Thank you for tuning in to Your Health with Terrebonne General Health System. We'll see you right back here next week.